Good morning, traders. Been a few days. Hope everyone is well. It's 8:26 a.m. Central Standard Time, Chicago, 21:26 here in Southeast Asia. So we've got a risk-off attitude and some pretty dramatic selling. That line that I put obviously got taken, as I thought it probably would have, and now we're down to that second area that I was thinking about. So should have listened to myself and just gone short while I was busy doing this this other work. When we look at the daily, basically the Globex, you can see here we are at settle and close. There's probably no chance of a gap close. We are substantially off our numbers. Been a pretty steady down drop for the last few days, as obvious by the daily chart. Settlement's 13,356. That's the hell is that? 356. I was going to say that didn't make any sense. Here we go. Settlement's clear up here. You can see where we are on the market profile charting. Here's where we fell off, and then they tried to pick it back up and drop back through again. Here's that line of resistance that we were looking at on the daily chart. And the ES 5 minutes. So we've got about 4 minutes till the open here. Let's look at the quickly the economic calendar. Yeah. VIX is good. It's picked back up to about 22. That's great. We had the red book basically low. We got JOLTS jobs coming out at in 30 minutes, so that's one to watch out for. And then we got a speaking Fed here, 22:30. This will be a short stream. I'm real busy doing some programming and whatnot for my other stuff that I do. So it's a little better. Wow, look at that. Was some great shorting this afternoon. Anybody that traded this Globex just hopefully did well. I've got about $505 to the funding, and I have no idea that I'll take a trade. I haven't been watching the markets at all. I've been real busy all weekend and yesterday. But I wanted to get back on stream, and I wanted to watch this open. So let's see what we got here. Candle starts. I still don't think this Ikanashi is anything that I'm going to be too keen about trading with. Stick with something I know how to do here. So basically risk off, big sell off. The daily pretty much, oh, look at there. Here we go. Going into the open. They're going to hammer it. We're open. Wow. Look at that movement. Really? Yeah, holy smokes. Get that thin drop. Wow. That's a sight to behold, huh? So we're 0.95% down, 256 points. Wow, off the open of settlement. Probably trying to look a little unfinished business here at the open to correct some of that inventory from overnight, I would guess. Can't even see the profile here. It's so far down there. Big swing on the ES. Similar movement here on the NQ. So what to think? What's a well, are they going to just run it up? Looks like. Opening drive. Didn't quite get back to, I don't think they even made it back into the, well, there's the Globex stat on the low side. POC and VWAP is way up here. What do we got going on with hard to even get any kind of look at that. Boy, that would have been a beauty to take, wouldn't it? Bear in mind, each one of these are 5 points. Jesus Christ, and a huge distance. Big sell-off. So we're right back up here to this resistance area from the Globex. Guess you could call it that. Test there, a little more here, then they broke through it, just going into the open. And now looks like we're going to get a consolidation area here before they do any more trading. The ES is just flying up and down. $10 points, one candle within the first 5 minutes. Hopefully the stream is flowing as it should. Not going to pay too much attention here. Wow, quite a bit of consolidation there. They sold the hell out of it, and then amazingly, they're waiting for something. Maybe they're waiting for that number out at the top of the hour. ES is there, or they're waiting for the ES to make a move. I don't know. Have no excess at the top. Not much you can say down here. Got a hell of a long way to go to get back up here to even touch value. They did catch a POC. Got this one upstairs, up above, and they got untouched or open POCs above and below. The ES is making a move now, but the NQ is not following suit, so that's a warning for me. We got Delta rising and the ES selling, so our NQ selling. Not such a good, not particularly great. Just tight, really tight range and consolidation area here. This gray area, gray volume profile. This is a Globex. And they traded up to 13.2 here. And the VWAP up in this area somewhere. If they get a short squeeze going, they could really rack it. And that looks like what they're aiming for. But I'm not going to jump in there, that's for sure. This is volatility's back. The VIX is up in the 20s again. There we go for VWAP. ES is all over the board. I don't even know what day it is. 11th. Football. Oh. All right, so look at that ES. Boy, that baby is really doing the wow thing. So we have to bear in mind that we're within range and within value here. So here's value area high, low, POC, VWAP. We've got excess at the top and the bottom now for the market, auction market. Looks to me like they want to auction it higher. They seem pretty excited to get up here, at least test this top, but whether they're going to get up there to the VWAP or not. And the stat, the overnight stat, which is a Globex stat, would be met right here on the downside and way up here on the upside. Certainly could do that, but that'd be one hell of an opening drive if they take back all of this down market and including this big sell-off here at the open, right after the open. About Asia open, that baby just fell out of bed hard. Fell out of bed pretty hard. And they're getting right up to the, getting up there to the POS or the VWAP. Normally, reversion to mean, but they don't seem to me like they have any idea doing that right now. Like they're gonna try the top. Looks like they're gonna try the top. There they go. Just touch that POC. Now this PO or the VWAP is from the start of the Globex Open at 0500 Central, and the one here is the start of the VWAP on the is the start of this session. They start squeezing those shorts, they might see some real movement to the upside. Now we've seen almost 100 points already, so I guess that's 100 points here in the first 10 minutes. So I guess that's pretty good. volatility. And POC has moved up. So they keep grinding higher. They did get up to this area, which is where I was commenting on a few minutes ago, except value is clear up here. So I'll be a little bit surprised if they can get up here to settle or touch value. A little higher now. ES is coming back. So we have headset sounds funny to me today. I don't know why. Maybe that was it. Yeah, the volume was rolled off. Sorry about that. They've locked it down here again in Kuala Lumpur. Actually, more substantially locked down than ever before. They've actually closed KLCC and Pavilion and major malls and the Twin Towers, which they have not done before. Damn gym here in the building is closed, so now I'm back to climbing the stairs. I do about 4,000 steps every day when the gym's not opening. Boring as hell and hot, but some exercise. Ooh, look at us go. Now we're rocking. The squeeze is on. They're squeezing them. Squeezy, squeezy. Lemon squeezy. Thought my shorts are going, what? But I'm just not. I don't feel confident enough to jump in and grab that. Not a no place. This thing is awful frustrating to not be able to. Let's see where we are here. Yeah, right back at the beginning of that big drop. They did repair all of this overnight inventory, so they haven't come down to test the bottom again now. So that's still on the cards as could be the upper one. Right now, it's closer to the upper limit than it is the lower. That's about dead even, I guess. All right. Crossed over to the positive zone here. May the force be with you. Here we go. Right up to that resistance area. Now we're putting in a consolidation, reloading for the next run up, or what? $100 points in over 100, about 120 points in the first bracket here. Interesting to me how these little scrawny volume spikes seem to have so much interest. would be apprehensive to trade this thing back to anywhere, to be honest about it. So they're going to chop them up here. They're going to revert it to the PWAP and the POC across this low volume areas. Look how that little volume spike just seems to have so much magnetism there. It's amazing how that works. So we got 10 minutes to Jolts, I think, wasn't it? I'm tired. I can't even remember what's. Yeah, the Jolts report is open in 11 minutes. That's got to be a big one everybody's looking at because everybody in the States is all upside down over this COVID and the recovery, and they can't seem to leave the political mess in the history. I don't know. I've never seen, of all the years I've been alive, I have never seen all the drama around from the loser of an election, and that's basically what I think happened. I mean, I don't think there's any question that the election was fair and not rigged, and Mr. Trump lost, but boy, oh boy, those guys just can't seem to get over that. I've never heard anything. Normally, the loser is extremely quiet, and you know they get about politics, and the losing side tries to generate positive politics and stuff to start winning favor for the next election, and boy, don't seem to be. That seems to be over with now in America. Too bad. In my, we have a lot of things to do. Fight this pandemic and get the economy back on track and stop all this craziness. Crazy pills. Everybody's taking those crazy pills. Seems like. Well, they're just trading that back and forth. If you're good at trading those ranges, you're making good money and having fun. I'm not feeling like I'm reading that right, and therefore I'm not trading it. And I'm tired. I keep yawning. at something here on my other machine. Be right with you. My guess is they're just standing by for jolts. Well, that doesn't seem to be working like I had a plan. Group my work. Yep. Well, that sucks. That pretty much sucks. Looks like the ES wants to take a run. They get into this low volume here on the towards VWAP. They could run this thing straight for the moon. Straight for the moon. It could have something to do, and I can't think of what it is. That's driving me crazy. And that's a short trip for me these days. So 6 minutes to the jolts report, 5 minutes. And then I just accidentally decoupled my mic, so I wonder, damn thing's working still. Yes, it seems that it is. That's a good thing. Okay, fine. Well, yeah, this looks like a hole to me. I'd love to just jump on about a full target trade here or two. get over that funded amount and then concentrate on getting this coding done and other things I've got to do here. You know, life keeps getting in the way while you're trading, right? Obviously, the usual disclaimer nonsense. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Futures and derivative trading is not for everybody. You can lose more than you put in your account. And I offer no trade advice or trade suggestions. This is my visual trading log, and my commentary is for my ability to go back later and listen to what I was thinking while I watched the market unattached to learn. My goal is to manage risk and achieve consistent profitability, which I believe is very, very easy to do. And just stick to this pattern. Look at it go. Here goes the ES, running it up. Running it up 3 minutes for that report. If that goes wrong, kablooey. What is it? Buy the rumor and sell the news. Is that it? Saying. Anyway, your object is to trade for tomorrow. Trade smart, trade safe. Trade what you see, not what you think. Trade for tomorrow. You manage your risk so that you can add as many samples, trade samples to your data set as you can. Your edge will manifest itself, and you will achieve consistent profitability, which is, after all, the goal. And you can be a flash in the pan and a YouTube star. I mean, if that's your desire, then great. That's not my revenue model or my goal. My goal is to use this as my visual, virtual trade journal and learn from it, and hopefully others can learn from my mistakes and my commentary and watching these charts. It would be nice to have a community where 1 minute like-minded traders could have some dialogue and interaction. Look at that profile. What a mess, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 distributions. Yuck. And here we go into the JOLTS number in about 30 seconds. They're expecting 7.5 million, 7.5. Previous was 7.367. And the ES is rocking. One time framing, basically, on the ES. That's an opening drive, basically. And pretty much the same on the NQ here. I can't get excited to participate in this kind of a copy mess going into a news. Well, 20 seconds. They may take out that top stat yet. Never know. That Globex stat may take out, may be satisfied to the top. $29. What? Oh, wow. Good number. 8.123. Forecast was 7.5. That's a JOLTS job openings. That's quite a good sign for the economy, I guess. And of course, not a hell of a lot going on over here on the trading front. Turned over our bracket with no excess, so we have a poor low, or poor high, I'm sorry. And we turned over right at the top. So they've got it that far to go to value. 85 points. Pretty much too if they get trading it. Wow, yeah, so that's a hell of a big plus on the jolts. And oh, all right. No reaction that I see. On either. I would interpret this more as short squeezing than anything else, just getting up there through that Globex business. Doing that Globex business. And quite an up march up, you know, over 100 points there. Boom. Well, you look back on those with those rear view binoculars, this looks so frickin' simple, doesn't it? Grab that and go have a steak or something. Go have a glass of wine and relax. Chase mama around the kitchen. Something. Also, I recommend you very definitely don't try to take my trades because, of course, there's only a 50-50 probability on the very next trade. It will either go, the market can only go one of two directions, right? Up or down. That's 50-50. But more importantly, there's a delay of about 10 seconds or so on the YouTube, which I have nothing to do with. That's just part and parcel of YouTube. So I could be in and out of a trade long before you ever even see it. And therefore, might not work out so good for you. Well, they must have digested the number and they think it's okay because they seem to be running the ES straight up. That's a very definitely an opening drive and one-time framing. Higher highs and higher lows going up, and the only way that it breaks is if you get more than one tick reversal on the bottom, which they have not. These are dead even. This is above low, so we're one-time framing to the top upside. And here they seem to be just going to trade this thing up and down. They put one tick of excess, so we have a weak high. Traded down to with one tick of the POC and then turning around. Now this is the you see that barely see this red line and back thick line. That's the market profile POC, and this green area here and here is value. This is the market the volume profile, basically the same as this, and the gray is the Globex. And this is a chop fest. And I, question the motivation to sell it off. What would cause them to do that? They brought it right back down here to this last consolidation area. They're inside of value and they're just above the POC. So not conducive to good trading from my point of view. From my point of view. And down to POC we go, I guess. The POC, I should be clear about that. Could be one of those days that the stat is not taken out, the stat is not hit, or specified, or whatever you call it. Actually, they're about 6 of one, half a dozen the other. They're closer to the upper limit. There's the stat I refer to is a 97 or 8% probability that the regular trading hours will take out either the Globex high or the Globex low, and it's 97 or 8% accurate. You're welcome to go back and test it yourself. There's also a similar stat that the opening range is taken out every regular trading session. The opening range being the first hour of trade, high and the low of the first hour. So when B is finished, either B or A will be taken out. My guess would be probably to the upside. That would get up towards value. It would satisfy the Globex stat. Never know. And there's no excess on the upper side, so here we are at the POC, however. Pretty much smack up in the middle of the range of the volume area. Volume area high and low, VWAP and POC. I don't think that I am going to trade or keep this stream open much longer. Now we're at the writing right on the volume POC and below. Well, now both POCs are pretty much on top of each other. You can see where there's a little gray or red shadowed area there. That's the EPO POC, or the market profile, and this shaded green box is the value area. So this yellow line is half back. It's a real common visual reference for the intraday traders, the weaker hands. Kind of like the open and but I am feeling pretty tired, and I don't think I'm going to put any risk on tonight. I think I will let discretion be the better part of valor and call this stream at the quarter hour. See what they do here. This could get interesting if they start selling off ES real hard and you get through both of these POCs now, they could trade it across the value area. They don't seem like they're too excited about that. They don't seem too excited at all. Dude, there we go. And I'm not interested in getting in this kind of crap here. This is just, yeah, sure. With binoculars, boy, you sell that top and then you just ride her all the way down, 30 points. But I don't trade that. I'm not that lucky or that good a trader or whatever you want to call it. I don't get those. I don't sell the top and buy the bottom. And frankly, I don't think many people do. I think a lot of hindsight guys and gurus try to pull that off, but I don't think that's really one of them. Uh-oh. Had a connection failure on the Tradovate. Well, that cinches it. This is a chart that I keep open that's driven. This is a jigsaw chart. They don't have it's not very mature. The volume profile doesn't ever seem to work and things like that. But I keep it open in the background so that if something goes wrong, I at least have some sort of, hopefully have some sort of reference. The program that always seems to be the most stable is Jigsaw. And it's running on Tradovate data, so, we'll see not what that is, but that's what that chart is in the background. And there you go. Right up to that first standard deviation. These dashed hash mark things are 1, 2, and 3 standard deviation from VWAP up and down. Right to the POC. Look at that, boy. Now, if it would follow suit with ES there and they'd sell her off hard, that'd be a pretty nice trade down to volume area low. But again, I'm not too confident that that's what's going to happen. And I'm never confident that I know exactly what's going to happen. But, sometimes you feel like you've got a good read and you've got the timing. And you take it, put on a trade, and accept the risk, and accept the fact that the next outcome is 50-50 on the very next trade. Each trade, the very next trade, each time, the 50-50 probability. It will either go up or down. If you sell, sell it, you have a 50-50 chance it'll go up. 50-50 go down. But now over this, if your edge says that every time you test the first standard deviation, you got a 60% or 55% of the time when you test that, it pulls back for 5 points. Okay, over the long haul and over time in your back test, that can be part of your edge. You have to remember and always be at peace with the fact that there's a 50-50 chance each trade you put on, or probabilities to only 50-50, and that past results are not in previous past, whatever it is, past results are not indicative of future results, or past performance is not indicative of future results, whatever that is. In other words, all the back testing in the world doesn't mean that's what's going to happen the very next time. You have no idea where those trades are going to be in your data set. It's like flipping a coin. you could easily get a string of tails. Almost ready to take a trade here. They just keep doing that crap. And this is just jerking all over the place. Sell off and up, sell off and up. I just don't like the looks of that. I don't see any real, unless they're going to go for VWAP here, I don't see any real, I should have been there on that trade, I guess. I'm not feeling that comfortable about it. Yes, certainly marking some ground. Right to the POC of Globex. You see that? The POC of Globex. And just about to half back on the market profile chart there. All right, that's going to do it for me before I get stupid and take a trade here and I'm tired and I'm not reading the market right. I wish you the best of luck. Trade safe, trade smart. Remember, manage your risk. Trade for tomorrow. That's the only key and really the truth to achieve consistent profitability. There's a lot of flashes in the pan out there that take big trades and don't have stops and average down and all that. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose, but you want to just keep banging it out like a professional trader, as a job, as a business. Manage your risk and trade for tomorrow. Trade safe, and here we go, right back up. So there was that. There was why I didn't take that continued sell-off. Right back up to POC. All right, so have a good one. I will talk to you tomorrow.